We've been hearing for decades that you need to replace your smoke detector every 10 years. But have you ever gone to change your smoke detectors and realized it wasn't as easy as changing a light bulb? That was our case when we recently purchased First Alert smoke detectors that didn't play nice with the existing smoke detectors. In this brief video, we'll go through what we did to fix that problem, plus some tips at the end so you can learn from our mistakes. Because each manufacturer uses its own adapter style, they aren't compatible switching from one brand to the other. Twisting counterclockwise, the detector will release from the mounting bracket. Next, pull the wired plug from the detector and using a screwdriver, loosen the two screws and remove the mounting bracket, as this too will not be compatible from one brand to another. Next, we installed the new mounting bracket and pulled the wiring out of the box so it'd be easier to work with. You should find 3 wire nuts each, with black, white, and orange wires. Black is your hot, white is neutral, and orange, which can sometimes be yellow, is your interconnect wire, which is used for tripping other detectors throughout the house. Before we cut power so we can safely handle the wires, I'm going to test my voltage detector to make sure it's working. With power to the circuit, the detector beeps indicating voltage was present. Next, I killed power to the circuit powering the smoke alarms and returned to test again, but the voltage detector continued to beep. While these cheap voltage detectors can be helpful, they do often give off false readings. To confirm my suspicion of a false positive, I got out my inexpensive multimeter and put it in the AC setting. It read 120 volts with the power on and 0 volts with the circuit tripped. Sure enough, the green voltage detector was not accurately detecting the truth of the matter. With the power off, we can now remove the adapter that tied the old smoke detector to the home's wiring. With the wire nuts removed, unwind each of the 3 wire groupings until the adapter's wires are free. If desired, restrip the remaining wires. After stripping the ends of the new wire adapter, twist the white wire with the white wires, and the black wire with the remaining black wires, and then the orange or yellow wired to the interconnect wire that is remaining. Once you have tight connections, go ahead and replace the wire caps. Lastly, plug in the adapter and twist the smoke detector clockwise onto the mounting bracket. Repeat this process on all the remaining smoke detectors in the home, and then it's time to turn on the power and to run some tests. With this particular model from First Alert, a solid green light indicates that the power is being pulled from the AC current and not from the backup battery. So we know seeing a solid green light on all the smoke detectors means everything is wired correctly. I have a few tips for those considering this project. First is write down the date of install for a future reference point. Second tip is if you want to skip all of this wiring, you can actually buy the adapters that convert one brand's wires to another. Unfortunately, they're pretty expensive, usually a couple dollars a piece, which is pretty pricey considering most of these smoke detectors only cost about $10 for the unit itself. And our last tip, as you could probably guess, is to definitely check and ensure the operation of your voltage detector. You don't want to assume that it's working correctly each time. If you have a reliable, inexpensive voltage detector, I'd love to read your comments below so I can replace the one I threw away. While you're at it, why don't you subscribe or give the video a thumbs up? If you found this video helpful, check out our other DIY videos. Thanks for stopping by.